Oh, just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome in my
This week's episode is sponsored by our wonderful friends at rainbowcompetitions.com. And if you can give them this week's special discount code to use to tell you what 20. They've loaded great prizes up there. They're at the early stages, so the chances of winning are massive. So whenever you're checking out after you buy loads of tickets, use the discount code tell you what 20 for 20% off your order. So it means if you buy 5 tickets, you practically get one for free. So check them out. Loads of great prizes. I can't believe I missed out on the Ninja Creamy. I was not gonna lie, that's what the last prize was. I was dreaming about making my own ice cream, but we'll look for another day.
Boom.
Before we go any further, I'm just going to do this.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you.
And that will make sense very soon.
Yeah, I guess I'll tell them what's coming up in this week's show. We're going to be talking about the Premier League being over and Liverpool winning. Congratulations. We're going to be talking as well about the Six Nations. Ireland get a win, scrape a win against Italy, and the greatest boxing card of all time. And just in case it wasn't clear, we will be talking about the Arsenal result on the weekend. And Liverpool officially winning the Premier League this week. But before we do any of that, we're going to do our usual chat, see how the week's been going on. Talal, how's things with you? Busy week?
Right. This is definitely a case of, it's like, do you want the bad news or the good news first, right? I'm obviously the bad news here. You've had a great week, I think. But mine has been, here, Emil, somebody told me you've got flu A, walking pneumonia, whooping cough. Let me tell you something. I'd none of those problems when I was eating 20 chocolate bars a day. That's it. It's over.
If you were a dog, would have put you down by now. Honestly, you've been sick for that fucking long. Like,
it's unbelievable. I know whether it's my body fighting against going, look, Talal, we need sugar again. We need it. I don't know what it is, but genuinely, there's been nights I've just coughed the whole. There's actually, I'm gonna admit this. I was actually, can't remember what night it was. I actually was in my bathroom on my hands and knees, just crying, going, when's this gonna end?
No way.
I coughed for 2 hours straight.
Holy shit.
Sorry, that was Monday night, maybe 2 hours straight, and I couldn't get a breath. I genuinely thought I was dying. No word of a lie. Thought I was dying. I actually tell you how bad it got. I rang for the charm on Tuesday.
No. Get the spuds out. Get the spuds
out. Right. So I'll tell you, it's ringing for the charm. Let me tell you something. I've done anything. Now, I do believe in those sort of things.
Take a Strepsil, lad. You don't need the charm. Just take fucking something.
Here, I cling filmed 2 onions to my. Somebody told me if you sleep with onions on your chest, I cling filmed 2 onions. Claire walked and saw that I was trying to transition. Right? I had 2 onions, right? I had no coffee, but I had 2 onions cling filmed in my chest. Onions in my socks. I woke up like an onion badger.
Oh, smell right? Like Jesus Christ.
I just, vexed up everything. I'm trying absolutely everything with this cough. Cannot do it. So I rang a guy, and then I picked up a cold in the middle of the whole thing. Rang the guy who does the charms. Thought it would have been like a long conversation. Yeah. And he's like, it's here, summer boy, right? He's all, and who's this for? And he goes, Talal Jumar. He just goes, yeah, what? What's your name? Anyway, so whether he's took it down right, I don't know. Now, I thought about how to do something. He just goes, I'll sort that out for you now. Good luck. Hung up the phone.
What do you mean? Like, he does it over the phone now? He's like, contactless?
Whatever he's doing. I don't know what he's doing in the background, but anyway.
Wait, hang on. So, to get the cure out of this cough now, you just phone an owl boy, go, I've got a wild dose of the cough. I've done the onions. That doesn't work. I've tried the actual medical advice. That doesn't work. Can you sort me out? And he goes, yep, let me look into it. And that's you done.
So there's this thing. I'm sure most people know about it, like a cure or a charm, it's called.
Yeah.
Like the difference. So I was told by my GP I have the whooping cough, right? Mm-hmm. And this boy has the cure for it. Or a charm for it to like lessen it or make it go away. Now it has lessened. I will say that. but still
No.
a nightmare.
But what has he done?
I don't know what he did, Sean. That's the whole.
You just phoned him and he's just doing something. That's what I mean. He could be at home right now, fucking, I don't know, putting cow manure on top of a cart, and it's working for you.
Aye. Whatever it is, keep doing it. Maybe your man. Keep doing it.
Do you remember how like Katie Price got scammed that time? Do you know, she had that incident where someone that's just defecated on her chest. She's like, I've got a wild cough. She goes, I know about it.
But it is
That's absolutely mental.
So I've tried everything, but still. See, but it's not as bad. Like, I was taking them coughing fits were so bad. Like, I was having to pull the car over and all. Like,
I'd say this is all related to the Pope. See, when the Pope gets cut off this week off that oxygen tank, I'd say you'd be cured. I say this is all interlinked. Like, the Pope's not well, you're not well. It comes in threes.
Has to be.
Someone else getting taken down.
So that was fine. What have I else done this week? Yes, and then culminated on Saturday was probably one of the worst days of my life. I'm not gonna lie.
Not talking about it
Arsenal. I'm not talking about it yet, but bad result. Then I went. I was hosting a bingo loco.
Right.
Right now, I don't scream bingo loco when you look at me. You know what I mean? I don't do it. But my cousin runs a bar in a GAA club, and he was like, I've been trying to get somebody to do this. They're charging me a fortune. I was like, here, no better man than King of the Moy, Lal Jobar. He'll swear your head. So I was okay. Lands down to this thing, right? If you're running a bingo loco, Sean, what's the one thing you make sure you have?
Well, at least the bingo.
Not a fucking bingo ball nor tombola in sight.
What do you have?
Right? A phone. And it was literally.
No way.
Yep. Now, there was one ordered that didn't come. Right? So that's okay. The way the room was set out, so I had a wired mic. He was gonna give me a wireless mic, and I said, no. I need to be wired in. But I was so far away from the actual crowd that I couldn't really get close to them.
Okay.
And the bars basically set up. So the bars like here, and directly in front of the bar, there's two big massive booths where everybody was. So I was trying to have a bit of crack with the crowd. They were. Now, let me tell you something. They were having none of it.
Right.
Sorry, I'll go back to the start. It was about to start at 8:00. Lands in it, but quarter 8, ready to rock. A couple of wee things in my head I'm gonna say to the crowd. Comes about 7:58. I goes to my cousin. We ready to start. He goes, no, there's a couple of boys who want to watch the finish the end of Dublin and Derry, and I went,
oh my god.
Right, okay. So that match went on about 8:30. Then I think Armagh ladies were playing, or some ladies match on. Somebody wanted to watch that. So I think it was 9:00 before I could start it.
Oh my god.
By that stage, everybody blitzed.
Yep.
Like wrote. And calling out numbers, music was not like I was trying to have a bit of crack with the audience. I even put in a couple of wee jokes, you know.
Yeah.
No.
Oh dear.
No. And then there was one of the games was you had to pin a dildo. Now, one thing about me, I don't like crude.
You don't
People
like
always find that.
Yeah.
You know that, Sean, right?
Yeah.
So I was a bit awkward doing this, right? But the 3 volunteers were 2 young lads and a young girl, right? Now, I get uncomfortable in that situation, right? Because at this stage, I am sweating profusely, right? Profusely at this stage, right?
From pushing the button on the bingo app.
Right. So, yeah. So, I refuse to blindfold the lads. I goes, but at this stage, they don't know what they're going to be pinning to the board.
Okay.
But to cover myself, I whispered to the girl, here, look, this is a dildo. If you don't want to do it, no problem. Yep. She was like, no. Bit of crack. Dead on. Gets to her turn. I get someone to blindfold her. She sticks it on. Now, the next words come out of my mouth, right? I thought was hilarious. I did, right? I'm not gonna lie. So I says, "Oh, we have an experienced cock handler," right? Everybody laughed.
That's
Aye.
great. Yeah.
Aye, it was my first laugh of the night. I was
Yeah.
delighted. But knowing you're doing stand up, you can always spy the ones who aren't laughing.
Oh yeah, the arms folded, fucking grumpy bastards. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a girl's da.
Oh no.
So I have him up. He's giving off to me. I'm trying to call out numbers. I'm like, yeah, 23.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm going, really, really sorry. Didn't mean to offend, blah, blah, blah. And like the ma, she was trying to get disaster.
Next ball out is like 69. Your daughter loves it. Anyway, keep her moving.
Don't talk to me. Do not.
Oh,
And then I can remember the crack because the last number of the actual night was 69.
unbelievable. Of course.
And I went, and the top prize was an overnight stay in Farnham
Oh, fuck no way.
Estate yet. And I was like, what a way to finish with a 69 in Farnham Estate. Got nothing. And I thought that was class.
I love how
Nothing.
it's getting nothing. I would have paid to see this. I would have paid every penny I have to go watch this.
Nothing. Right? Now there was the people who were there were just like, it was almost like I was interrupting their night out.
Yeah.
So like I was even trying to make like jokes because the guy who was doing the music, kind of like me, right? A wee bit rotund.
Okay.
And I was like, so number 88 came out. Everybody knows 88, two fat ladies.
Yeah.
And I went, just like me and the DJ here, 88, two fat lads. Death. I was
way.
Sean, you don't understand how much I died. Like I died 2 hours. Like
That's unbelievable.
and in my head, and as much as I don't like to do this whole thing, but in my head going like, I've done the Grand Opera House, like, and fucking got laughs. Like I have.
But Joe, your first mistake is in this situation that see the perfect host for that doesn't need to be funny. It just needs to be lively atmosphere. Raid the bingo balls, get them on stage, fuck off. No one cares about anything.
But that's the thing. I was like trying to get them up and going. I was like, hello, welcome to bingo, give us a cheer. And they were like, you. And then to be fair, I got heckled at the start. I was like, "He's ready for your first number?" And somebody goes, "As long as it's your Maz." And I went, "I didn't even come back that."
Unbelievable. That's such a tough start. I love the idea of this being like, we should put a comedy gig on in this place, and it's just like the hardest gig in the world. Do you know what I mean? They all just sit there unfolding and heckle you the whole time.
I know, but it was like, and then in the middle of it all, this old boy comes walking down from the bar. First of all, you know what it is, and I completely hagged out, and the boy came over to me. He's like, "Are you in control of the music?" And I went, "No, he is." And he walked over, and I could hear him going, "Could you please stop that bumpity music and just play a wee slow country song for a couple of old boys at the bar?" And you're like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" But anyway,
actual bingo. That isn't. But you got out of it live, or did your man follow you out to the car park? Did he go full?
No, got out of it alive. Everybody was happy with it. Like the guy who wrote my cousin runs the bar was happy with it. He said to me, he was like, "I'll probably run a comedy night next." And he says, "I'll get your lineup, no problem." He goes, "Will you be on it?" I goes, "Absolutely not, but I'll get your lineup, no problem at all."
Would you do another bingo loco if like there was more of them? Not in that bar maybe, but like different ones. Would you do it again? Like, is there learnings you could have took?
Massive learnings,
right?
Massive learnings, as in like probably it's the way the room was set up killed me to an extent.
Okay, yeah.
You know what it is? People actually were expecting me to do stand up.
That's insane.
That makes sense.
That is absolutely insane.
And he was like, because I was originally asked to do 20 minutes of stand up, and then I was like, "Oh no, no."
You imagine doing 20 minutes of stand up, Dan, and then having to host. Oh,
I died enough. I died, and I see when you're calling out that many numbers, your brain just goes into like. At one point, I went, "I have no idea what I just said." I was like, "Number 44, all the fours, 4 and 4, 44," and I'm like. This stage of my stutter now.
Number 4. Like talking shit.
But
there was one time I got asked to do a bingo night, and I remember saying no to it. But it was a guy phoned me, and he was like, "Right, well, Sean, I see you do stand up down in Uri. I'm in a bit of a predicament here tonight. I need someone to cover our bingo night. And I was like, I don't know when he started at the time, maybe like 6 to 8 months to a year in. And I was like, well, what's the crack? He goes, well, I'll tell you what it is. Our main act, and it was something like Cindy Pop has dropped out, so she can't host it anymore. And I'm like, Cindy, what do you mean? And he was like, oh, it's a drag bingo night. I goes, I don't do drag. And he goes, well, would you not come down anyway and host it? I goes, could you imagine paying for drag bingo and I show up? Fucking straightest man on the planet. You're getting like 2 fat bitches, idiot. And I'm sitting there going, idiot. Who gives a fuck? Keep her ticking.
So I get 2 laughs all night. One was experienced cock handler, and the second one was like one of the pages was brown.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you get confused, just look at me.
Oh my
you know what page to use. And then the business too. The more I done it, the more I got into this weird voice.
Did you follow Hugo Duncan like get the radio voice on you?
But I was like, the next number out of the thing is number 22.
Bingo loco, Jamal.
Anyway, that's enough. That's stuff.
Here, let me just say before you take that one, that is a nightmare. Fair play to you for striking it out. I've never been so proud of you for getting through that. Like, unbelievable.
Go on. Sicken me with your week, Sean.
Do you know what? I haven't had an amazing week. I've had a bit of a handling week with work and stuff like that, but the cat's out of the bag now. I was going to announce in the podcast, I've officially got my visas in, applied for Canada. We're leaving the big city of Belfast. Well, I don't know when, but had to go down to Dublin this week, right? And they make you do a thing, biometrics, get your fingerprints. Had to book a whole day off work on Thursday there, and you drive all the way to Dublin, go into an office for about 3 minutes, they scan your fingerprints, look at your passport, go, at you lad, sweet. So I wasted a complete day down there. But yeah, we're in the process of going to Canada at the minute. A couple of people were asking me, because there's been a few rumors floating about, wait, would you not go to Australia or something like that? And if you listen to this podcast, you know, too many cunts in Australia for my liking. I don't want to go to Australia and see Newry. I can go 45 minutes down the road and see Newry, like.
Yeah.
So we're looking at going to Canada, hopefully in the summertime. We just need to get the visa stuff back. But yeah, started off Thursday going there. Tuesday, the night before, we had the open mic on. Great night. I've got a new favorite act I need to tell you about. Comes the open mic.
Go ahead.
His name's Abhishek, right? I hope he's listening to this. Abhishek's my new hero, right? He's Indian, but he's in that beautiful position of pure Northern Ireland accent.
Unbelievable.
So imagine the black Indian hair, the brown skin, the thick mustache, and he's like in his early 20s, and he just gets up on stage and he's like, well, what's a crack with you boys anyway? You's all doing all right tonight, are you? He's just going, this is amazing. But there's a group of girls loving it, absolutely loving it. And he does one-liners. He does like Facebook joke one-liners, or a few ones he writes himself. And like they like don't do very well. They do grand. But see, he just talks like Northern Ireland accent. It's amazing. Like at one stage he did a joke, and I kind of got a wee murmuring of a laugh. And the girls in the corner just looked over and goes, you say got there, do you? And it fucking murdered. Absolutely murdered. So my new favorite thing is just like people, you probably fall into this category. People that like don't look like they're from here, but talk like they're from here. I don't know why. I'm obsessed with it. Like that guy on the bomb squad last week that Caddis and McCann. I sent that to you the other week.
Yeah.
Hasn't seen it. There's a guy, I think he's Chinese, but he has a hair accent. But he's in China. He's like, I'm going over here to this ding ding machine, and it sounds pure racist. And then you look at him going, oh no, he can say that. Like, this is fine. But I said it to you going, this is exactly how everyone feels when they meet you for the first time. The pure shock and hilarity of it all.
It's like after Paddy McDowell, I supported Paddy last week. In one of the we went to a bar after, and some guy who was at the show was like, "But that's mad, but you're not even from here, but you sound exactly like us."
That's unreal.
Yeah, I know.
That's exactly how it works.
I know. I'm gonna work so hard. On like getting a Middle Eastern accent that when that happens to me again, I can go. Yeah, no, I just do the Toronto accent in a month.
Do you know what we need to do for your? Also, do we need to do for your show's promo? I can't believe I haven't thought of this. It's you and the gear that you have in the poster, right? All that, and it's like a close up, and just slowly zooms out, and then you just start talking. Talk exactly how you talk in front of that mic sign. Like, well, what's the and because that'll bang so many views.
I know
the pure shock factor, like. That'll be unreal. But yeah, that's been the new favorite thing. Just people with accents that are here don't look like from here. And then on Friday we had arguably, look, I'm a bit biased here, the greatest night of comedy of all time. All right, Belfast Comedy Club hosted its first ever Friday night gig. Myself, MC, and Kieran Franco was down, Gary Pollock, and then headlined by Tim McGarry. And let me tell you something, we had 40 people in that room. Someone came up to me after the show and goes, that was like seeing magic, street magic. That's how amazing that was.
Ooh.
What a reference that is. Like
I
so
absolutely
good.
love magic. I
Exactly.
love magic. Like.
I'm a big fan of magic too. I was like, that is one of the nicest compliments everyone's ever paid us. So packed out room, everyone in, nice, orderly. And it was just one of those ones that was set up perfectly. Got talking to the first table, 6 to 8 ladies, all in like their maybe 30s. What do you do? We're all school teachers. I'm sure everyone had school teacher material. Joe and Emma was just perfect, like just to rinse them. And they were really up for the crack, really nice ladies. Everyone that was like sort of getting crowd work and stuff, super nice. Met a couple, typical of home. There was one boy in the back corner, and I was like, "Where are you from?" And he's saying Warm Point, and I was like, "Oh, right, okay, I'm from Uri myself," and something like that. And he just sort of heckled like, "You're full of shite. All you boys are from down there." And I'm like, "Lad, you live 2 minutes away from me. That's how fucking stupid boys are from around my neck of the woods. Like, you're calling yourself a stupid bastard." Like, so no, it was a great night. Madden's brilliant at letting us host it there on the Friday night. We've got the next one announced, which is going to be Mark McCartney. So tickets are already flying out for that. The early bird tickets are actually sold out. So general sales on the go now. They're £15. Once they're all sold out, it's up to the final release tickets, which are all going to be 20 quid. So save yourself a few pounds, buy your ticket good and early. Take it from me. One of the best nights you'll have in a comedy club.
I'm not just saying this. When that room is packed, right? When that room is packed, and the comedy's good, it's like, and I'm not just saying this. It is like seeing someone like if you're into music, it would be like seeing, name me a good, like seeing Jimi Hendrix doing a wee intimate show. Like it is, because it's so everybody's on top of each other, and the atmosphere is bouncing. It's class.
Yeah.
Like
you could touch them if you wanted to. You know what I mean? You could.
But here's the thing: if you listen to all the comedians talk, like all they always say they love it a room small, packed. Like it just makes for a great night. So
Tim came to us afterwards and goes, because he sort of joked on stage, going like, "I want to do the SSC arena and I'm here," joke sort of thing. But afterwards he goes, "That's one of the best rooms I've done in a while." And he goes, "Fucking compliment that is," because the promoter that was down with him was like, "It'd be nice if the room was a wee bit bigger. You know, you get more people in and stuff like that." And I was like, "You lose all the magic."
Yeah,
you lose all the magic. And I ended up staying on for a few pints afterwards, and went to McDonald's. Let me tell you something about this McDonald's in Belfast City Centre. I have been to Bangkok, to some of the weirdest places in the world. The biggest shithole McDonald's in the world is that one in Belfast City Centre. It is a kip, like it is an absolute kip. Printers not printing out receipts, people taking photos of it, the things on the board, the screens giving you like, you normally get a number 76. It was like A1356, and you're like, who's that for? And then I was like, maybe it's Deliveroo or something like that. Oh, that McDonald's in town is an absolute disgrace. But they did give me an extra 6 chicken nuggets, so all was forgiven in the end.
Is that the one across from like Primark?
Yeah.
Do you want to know an interesting story about that McDonald's?
Go on.
I was barred from that McDonald's.
No way.
Fact.
Why?
So this is years ago, right? This is pre-children. This is pre-whipping cough, all that, right? This has been Talal had wind in his sails. So after a night out in Belfast, I ended up in McDonald's like I normally would have done. And for whatever reason, to this day, I do not know. I must have just watched that day. Do you remember that video of your boy walking into McDonald's going, yeah. The video of it? Yeah. So I walk in. The place is absolutely packed. I've got my food. I'm about to walk out. Get talking to this guy, a fella I haven't seen in years. That makes me a wee bit giddy. I'm not going to lie. Next thing, I hear somebody go, yeah. And then I go, yeah. So everybody starts, yeah. And all of a sudden, for whatever crosses my mind, I take the lid off my drink and just throw it. And the biggest food fight I've ever, there's nuggets, there's chips, there's burgers flying, everything. But the bouncers knew it was me because I was standing right beside them when I threw my drink. I got a couple of chicken nuggets fired out too, at the time. But it took a photograph of me and says, "You're not allowed back in here."
No way.
Now,
hey,
whether
not like you to waste food. That's fucking mental.
Hey, that's right. Hey, but the crack was good. Like, I mean, it was the most chaotic thing I've ever seen.
What age did you been?
Oh, like 22, 23. Like, that's a long time ago.
So basically, you're the one that started it. That McDonald's up until that point was just pure bliss. And then you just set up to be in the trappiest place on earth.
But it was like, but I don't know what was on, but there was a load of like culties in it. So there must have been some sort of rave or something on. I don't know, but it was full of culties, right? Like myself, who just don't know how to behave themselves. And I mean, as soon as I threw the first Coke, like, and there wasn't one fight, not one fight. Every just like, this is class. It was food. Fucking just a food fight. And, but yeah.
Have you ever been back in it?
Yeah. But it took me a long time to go back in it because it was the embarrassment of getting caught.
That would be, yeah. Imagine your face being recognized in that McDonald's. Of the scumberness of that, like.
Yeah, imagine walking and going, "Oh, we can't serve you here." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is horrendous." So Jesus. That's what the guy said to me. But anyway,
God, fuck. Right. Well, speaking of awful things to happen, we get into our sports news.
Yep.
Get it out of the way here, will we? We'll start off on bad terms.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it, right? I'm gonna get into this, right? I talk football a lot, right? Friends, I'm always talking football, and they always call me negative. They always go, "You're too negative. You're too negative." I've just been around the block, right? My problem is I care too much, Sean. Right? I care too much, right? I can't help it. I'm one of those fans that when Arsenal's beat, I take it personally, right? Like picture this, right? At 4:55, whenever that match ended, I'm walking around my living room, right? 2 children there. Claire's up in the kitchen, and this is all she hears. Why should I care? They don't care. They don't care. I'm absolutely fuming. Sure, they didn't even sign a striker. Sure, obviously don't care about trophies. So why should I care? I then get myself so worked up. I was like, Claire, I have to go. She's like, what's wrong? Arsenal beach goes, no problem. She knows. I just had to get into my car and drive.
Where'd you go?
Just down the road, like fuming. Properly fuming, like.
I feel like you shouldn't be allowed with this level. You shouldn't be allowed behind the wheel of a car. That's like I'd rather see you steaming, driving in a state of rage after Arsenal driving a car.
Hey, the rage is up there, absolutely fuming. My phone's lighting up. People going battle jobs. I'm going, oh. You know what? I didn't say a striker. I'm not surprised. Like to me, the league was over ages ago. I know sort of have jokingly said a bit of hope last week, but I was just for the audience. But it's done. It's over. So,
I had last week. I genuinely had a bit of hope. I was like, maybe they could string something together, or maybe Liverpool, just with the run of fixtures coming up, like maybe something can happen. And do you know what? I maybe don't get as annoyed as you do. I do get annoyed, but not as annoyed because I sort of like I could see this coming. I knew it was coming, sort of thing. And you're going to get your heart broken at some stage, but you feel bad when your team loses at any stage. I had sourced my cousin 2 tickets, and he goes, I want tickets to any game. You can get me tickets for. So I was like, this is come up to Chris. I goes, I can get you tickets for West Ham. Thinking that's a guaranteed dub. West Ham, like surely, like got him tickets all sorted. First time he'd ever been to Arsenal, him and the missus, and they fucking lost. I'm like, not even a goal to celebrate. Not even a goal. Like I tell you how annoyed I was. I actually asked about getting Champions League tickets, PSV, and I asked my brother there, and I goes, you know what? If they're not going to spend money in January, I'm not spending money now. I'm not going.
Not a true word spoke.
And but here, still might take a ticket. So if the boy I normally chat to about tickets is listening to this, I still might take tickets. All right, just to let you know. But it was so predictable. Like, what is it about Arsenal this season? Even if they have every player on the pitch, but they don't break teams down. Everyone goes into the low block, and you can't get through them. And Odegaard, did you see the clip of Odegaard hiding? Do you see that?
Hey, like maybe I'm old school. I don't know, but like strip him of his captaincy. He's not good enough to be captain.
Too far.
Strip him of it. I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. One, he went away hiding, right?
Yeah.
Went away hiding. Then there's a chance at the end with a free kick, and he gives it to Raheem Sterling.
Oh, don't even start,
fucking
spineless bastard. Yeah, that was.
And I'm like, you're letting Raheem Sterling.
They give Sterling a penalty in the Champions League to go get your confidence up there, lad, and he missed. See, after that,
yes.
I wouldn't even let him take the kick off. I'm not even joking.
No,
in case he fucks it up.
Odegaard's confidence. He missed a penalty in the FA Cup game.
Yep, and then he was done.
Right. Hey. Okay, he might be able to like. Where will land on a 17-year-old who's cramped out? See Lewis Miles Skelly. You can't do the Haaland celebration and then the following fucking game get sent off stupidly. pass. Fuck. Don't.
But
fuck.
he always does that. He does that wee turn, and I actually listened to a few things. People go, that will cost you 1 or 2 goals a season. As much as it's brilliant sometimes and creates chances, you can't as a last man. And see, whenever the referee gave me a yellow card, I actually was like, the referees have got this wrong. As soon as he did it, the yellow, I was like, that's a straight red.
100%.
I
That's a straight red.
Have you ever been so fuming at a referee for getting something wrong for your own team? I'm like, are you for real? How's that not a straight red? And then whenever I went to VAR, I'm like, you have just dragged this all out, and what a bad day at the office.
Like the highlight of the match as an Arsenal fan was David Raya.
Oh yeah,
sprinting James Ward-Prowse.
Hey, he's starting up next week.
Hey,
they'll put him up top next week after that. That's enough.
Here, him or Gunnersaurus Rex, one of the two, because fucking I don't know. Look, I don't get me started. But you know what? Fair play to Liverpool. They're gonna the league's over. The league's on. Arne Slot's done fantastic in his first year. Unbelievable. Congratulations. He's won the league. Fair play.
I can't congratulate Liverpool. I don't think they've won the league. I think everyone else has lost it.
They haven't been
that good. Like, I'm sorry, Liverpool fans, you haven't been that good. If City were at it or Arsenal played to the level they did last year, you aren't winning the league. Which is so infuriating.
Arsenal have had no striker for 2 years now. 2 years we've had no striker, right? We brought it to game week 38 last year. All we need is a fucking striker. That's all we needed. And they couldn't do it. We signed defender after defender. Rashford was there to be bought. Asensio was there to be saying, take a chance on somebody on loan.
Yep.
You know, I had a phone Crystal Palace man here. Eddie, give us a wee pull out here.
Could you imagine if Eddie and Kenny came back to Arsenal? People would have fucking burnt the stadium to the ground.
But we needed a striker.
How many goals Eddie and Kenny scored this season?
0.
I think he scored 2.
He scored whatever. But anyway, no striker.
That's and no creative. I don't know. All right, we're going to get off Arsenal because we could spend all day talking about Arsenal. And to summarize, Liverpool win the league from here out. Arsenal, I'm not going to lie, it's going to get squeaky bum time for top 4. I don't even think that's secured.
Nah, we'll definitely get top 4. Now the Champions League is a right. See any Arsenal fan that believes we're going to beat PSV.
We'll not be PSV, but if we do, see if we lose to them, it's going to save us the embarrassment. The next round we get either Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid. See if we get Real Madrid hammered and they'll play us off the park. See if we play Atletico Madrid, we will get absolutely manhandled by that team.
Yeah,
like bullied, and you're going to see the difference between a world-class manager and Mikel Arteta, which isn't the biggest for anybody.
I put it like this: say the fucking stars align and we beat both Liverpool and. Or not Liverpool. We beat Madrid and PSV. We then play Liverpool, essentially.
Yeah.
And over 2 legs, I think we beat them.
Shut up! Do you genuinely believe that?
Saka, Martinelli back? Yeah.
Oh, stop.
I see if Arsenal had no injuries, right? Arsenal are a better team than Liverpool.
Well, here's what I will say, right? And this is where we're going to turn the tide and everyone's going to start laughing at us. See when team, see Feyenoord or PSV and Atletico Madrid, they'll rip us apart. They'll do the low block, pick us off on the counter-attack. Real Madrid won't low block us if we got through. And that is where Arsenal, if they go up against any team that doesn't set up in a low block, I think we can beat them. Even without the striker thing. We do play good football that way. But you just have to have another option apart from the low block. Like, Liverpool don't score against the low block. They score in the counter-attack, mostly.
Yeah, but here's Liverpool. They can bring Darwin Núñez, shite, whatever, but he's still a striker. Arsenal needed a goal yesterday. We brought on Zinchenko, defender. Miles Skelly, defender. Ben White, defender. Raheem Sterling, not even a footballer. Like, you're like...
I'd love to know what Kieran Tierney did. I would love to know what that man did to Mikel Arteta.
I know.
Like,
anyway.
He's the best crossover ball in the league. Doesn't even get off the pitch.
So who are you crossing into? Nobody.
Yeah,
anyway, Ireland rugby. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, there we go. Let's get on to the rugby. So Ireland played Wales the weekend. Squeaky bum time win against Wales. But what I want to talk about, the game was the game, whatever. I don't know if you got to watch it. Wales had arguably the greatest pre-match show I have ever seen before any game.
Never seen it.
You didn't see it. They played
No.
AC/DC Thunderstruck. The roof was closed on top. They completely darkened the stadium at like 2:00 in the day. There was fire going off everywhere. The whole stadium was rocking. But this is what I was going to say about it. That's incredibly worrying. See, if your team is putting that much of a pre-show on, they're going to acknowledge that their team is shite. Do you know what I mean? Like, the more of a shit, it's like whenever you go to like a Champions League game and they have a big tifo, you're like, you must be shite. Because this is the only excitement you can get. Whatever's about to happen in this pitch is going to be grim. But Wales, in fairness, played great. Not good enough to beat Ireland. But it now comes down to Ireland going play France in Dublin, which is going to be massive. Absolutely massive. And if Ireland win that, which the only thing they've got going for them is that it's at home, is what I'll say. Don't know if they've got what it takes to beat France. Fucking Antoine Dupont for France is just an absolute joke. Like, no one has ever seen a rugby player as good as him before. So if they can keep him quiet, which I don't think they will, they might be able to get a result. But that's come up, and then they play at Leeds to win the Grand Slam. But this is the thing I wanted to talk about Ireland as well. See, Irish rugby fans. You've got a few different types. You've got the Irish rugby fans that love their rugby. Boys that fucking piss on each other, as initiations and stuff like that. You've got the diehards, those. You've got the casual fans, and then you've got the the part-timer fans. Don't really follow club and stuff like that, but they'll follow Ireland to the death. But there's almost become a weird thing with Ireland this year where like people are choosing not to watch some games. Like, I know people that went, I'm not watching that this weekend because we'll beat Wales. I'm like, you don't know the dark days, man. Like, you can't sit there and go, oh, we're great now, I only want to see us win the Grand Slam. No. See, once you've been an Ireland fan for any period of time, enjoy this. Only a few years ago, Wales won a Grand Slam, and now they're outranked by Georgia in the World Cup rankings. So you're going, pick your shit up. But big hopes for Ireland over the next coming weeks. Here's hoping they can win a Grand Slam. I'll be going out to watch it the last few games. It's a shame the last game's against Italy because that'll just be pure party mode. See if they beat France. Yeah. Done. Absolutely done. Like Italy's the perfect game away in Rome to win a Grand Slam. It'd be absolutely magical. Like pizzas and red wine everywhere.
No, unless the Pope days.
Imagine that.
Sorry, context to that. We're not here wishing him today. He's currently unwell. He probably has what I have. Fact.
Do you know how bad I've got for news these days? I'm going on to fucking Fabrizio Romano be like, the transfer window's closed. He must be doing Pope updates at this stage. Here we go. Pope just signed a 2.5-year deal at the Vatican. Confirmed. Big hat and all on him.
The Saint Malachi.
Right.
I hit you with some knowledge here, Shaw. Saint Malachi predicted all the Pope's deaths.
Okay.
Apparently correctly so far. This is the last ever Pope.
What do you mean?
No, there's not going to be another Pope appointed after this one.
Why not?
Don't know. I need to look more in it. I just picked that wee bit of knowledge up today.
It was a great bit of knowledge there, and I shouldn't have quizzed you. I just went, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I know whether it's going to be.
They may get the onions out of the cling film. Get that body wrapped up. Get on the phone this way with the cure.
Yeah. But
and then the big exciting news in the sporting world, for anyone who's watching it, the greatest boxing card of all time held out in Saudi Arabia. I mean, I had it on from about 5:00 and must have sat and watched, but it must have ended about 10:30 last night. Every single fight, bar maybe one, delivered. I'm going to go straight off the top of the card because I think you didn't get watching it from the very start, but you got caught up. Is that right?
Yeah.
So the first fight that I watched was it Parker?
No, it would have been Callum Smith.
Oh, Callum Smith. Sorry, yes, the Callum Smith fight. The fact Callum Smith is 40 years of age is absolutely mental. That cunt is in some neck.
Hey, them lads battered each other. Yeah. That's boxing.
And you know what I loved about it? It went both ways. Like there was a few rounds, someone was on top, then Betsy came back in it, then Smith finished really strong, and you're going, oh, this is pure boxing. Like for so many of the fights on this card to go the distance and for you not to be bored was unreal. If anything, the worst fights were the ones where people got finished, which is insanity.
Yeah.
So that was the first fight of the night. The next one was, and this one I was talking to, Big Zhang from China.
Oh my god.
Took the L against Cabell, and by the end of it all, it sounded like he had the whooping cough. A boy was on oxygen. He was not well. So I didn't notice he's never fought past the 6th round.
Or Big Bang
Zhang.
Yeah.
Like it's not
Yeah.
insane. Like once it got to the 6th round, they're like, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
This man is tired, and they're like, it wasn't quiet in the arena, but you could hear like people clap. You could almost hear him breathing. At one stage,
Yeah.
you're going, oh my god!
But-
And then the commentator
but-
called it perfect. He goes, he's thinking about going down here. I don't think he was like physically taking loads of damage, but he's just like, I'm wrecked.
Let me tell you something. Caballel was hitting him body shots. Like, I mean, he was ripping his body. Like,
Yeah,
and when you're not, like, let's face it, Zhang, you're not in the best nick. You know
No.
what I mean? You're getting digged in the stomach. Like, it is sore. Like, I think that's just,
nothing makes me happier though than them big lads when they win. See when they lose, it just looks so shameful.
it's just like
See whenever they get like what weight would he be? Do you reckon?
Gilly Shao. He's 19, 20 stone. Like,
Like see him on that wee stool at the end.
I know.
Just like
I
fucking
know.
get that man a proper chair, bench or something.
Yeah, get that man an armchair recliner.
yeah. Just one of them like fucking like wee remote ones, like just back and forth. But oh my god, he was in bad shape. Like
Yeah,
like the commentators were like, yeah, genuinely worried about him afterwards. But that was a great fight. Calvin put on
Yeah.
some show there, like just totally
yeah,
stood on his toe, went close to him, got knocked down in the 4th or 5th. Zhang caught him with a lovely shot, put him on his hole, and he just got straight back up, put his head basically on Zhang's chest, and going, "I'm not letting you load up me here." It was
yeah.
That again, all these fights could have headlined. Next one was Virgil Ortiz and Israel Madamov. One of the kind of biggest letdowns of the night.
I thought Ortiz fought well, but
Like Frampton was saying, expecting this to be one of the fight of the night, tipped it off. Nah,
Yeah.
didn't love it. A lot of running around and stuff happening. What was the next one? Carlos Adames and Shiraz.
I thought Shiraz got away with it. It was a draw. What was the one that was a draw?
It was a draw, yeah. It was. Shiraz came out, looked class, used his reach, and he's 6'3", that boy. Like
Mhm.
massive reach.
Big lads.
Like at that stage, everyone was going, "This is his chance to win a world title here," and you don't want to say bottled it, but had a game plan, decided to come in and boxing inside, and didn't go as well.
He didn't sign a striker in January. That's
Yeah,
what happened.
exactly. And then there was another fight. Oh yeah, so Stevenson, his opponent Schofield dropped out. Is that right?
Yeah,
He fought the guy from England.
yeah. Who was working as a spark like 3 days ago?
So he clocked in last Monday as a spark, and then to get to Saudi, he had to park his work van at the airport.
Which is unbelievable.
And apparently,
Oh,
he
last-
goes, "Here's all the money you'll ever need and a new house. That's what we're going to give you if you go out and do this fight." And you know what? Fair fucking play him. He might have nicked a round or two in there somewhere, stood his ground, fought like a guy that had no chance, but this was his chance to win a world title. Like,
Yeah, and lasted 9 rounds. Fair play to him.
that's his. I know it's one of those ones where he'll probably be really disappointed. But
I don't know.
unbelievable just even to be out there. And then one of the biggest letdowns of the night, Daniel Dubois, obviously didn't make the card.
Yeah, he again must have what I have.
Didn't get enough onions and clean some wrapped around him there. You, Dubois and the Pope, all of the same thing.
I know.
And then
High elite athletes.
and against Parker. Now you can add your comments against Parker's opponent for this fight.
Right, let me tell you something. Bacoli was in no shape. It's like me. You know what that's like? That's like you ringing me going, Sean or Tlal, I'm doing a 200 for the Belfast Marathon. Will you step in? All right, no problem. When's the race? Hey, we're starting in the next hour. Yeah, I'll be up now.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that's like.
Yeah.
He had no right to be in there with Joseph Parker, who was training for Daniel Dubois, right? So Parker is probably the fittest he's been and the best shape he's been.
Mhm.
Bacoli rocks in, like, covered. Probably has red sauce down his fucking t-shirt. So out of shape. But Bacoli is actually a really good heavyweight, like, really good.
But you think if he had a
People-
12-week camp behind him, that would have been more
Oh, yeah.
competitive? Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Like,
Right, okay.
Bacoli was blown out of his ass walking the ring, like.
Yeah, because would you forget about the boys at that size is when they're not in camp, the wheels are off. Like the
Yeah.
wheels are clean off. Like they are not.
And
doing
like,
anything. They're not counting their calories at McDonald's.
no. me tell you something. Like they, excuse me, like they aren't staying in shape. Like they're not going for 5K runs and stuff like all them
No.
other boxers do. Because I think it's because they don't have to make a certain weight. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, you
Which
can
anything
go
under
up and then
heavyweight.
get down.
Yeah.
Whereas,
So,
and
but-
also in the heavyweight world, coming in heavier than you have a bit of range, or sometimes you can come in heavier depending on the opponent. You need to put on a bit of size and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Like, and I guess it's easier to cut weight in a short amount of time than it is to put it on.
yeah. So like,
so
but that fight should never have happened. Like,
no,
and
no.
McCauley's effectively ruined his career.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah,
But he probably got enough money for that fight.
yeah.
that
But
he doesn't
that
need to worry as much.
that was a bad knockout.
It was, yeah. But do you think that's
As
done much
in-
for Parker? Do you think Parker will now go get a fight above that?
It's-
I think he's back with Dubois again, isn't he? Really?
You have to fight Dubois again, but then Dubois might hold out for Usyk. I don't know. Caballel maybe deserves a shot. Don't know.
Maybe. As speaking of people with no Riz, as Dubois there, or well, yeah, Riz is the right word. I've discovered the guy with the most Riz in the world, and it was His Majesty himself in Saudi.
Oh yeah,
He had an interview right before the main event, Betterville and Bivol, and the guy that's doing the interview for TNT Sports Box Office is like, right, we're now here with His Majesty, and he loads up the first question, which is something along the lines of, "This is one of the greatest sports cards ever. Like, what's been your favorite fight?" He takes the microphone that he is in his own hand, sort of just puts his hand up them and starts talking to his mate, like just off to the side, being like whatever he said in Arabic or whatnot. And then after about a minute, the camera's live on him, completely live on the two of them. And then he just leans back in and is like, "What is your question?" Your man has to like explain it again, and he didn't give a fuck about anything he asked. It was so good.
my ma right is the see when it comes to the guy who's running that boxing.
Yeah,
my ma rhymes off his family history. She just knows
Really?
everything about. Oh, she's very when it comes to, like the Saudi royal family. It's like I know it's like an OCD thing. Knows a lot.
Yeah,
and like she's like because I was chatting her actually on Saturday, actually, which and then she's always like, "That's the start of it." She goes like, "Where do you see what they'll?" She goes like, not that she knows who the boxers are, but she's like, "What'll happen is Dubai eventually will hold a big boxing night."
Yeah,
and she goes, "It's just going to get
Well,
it's who can spend the most money."
well, yeah, but that's what he said. He was, we will put on the biggest and the best." And that is the catchphrase out there between all them families. Who has the biggest and who has the best? Like, everything is that.
Like they don't like people don't understand like that. How much it costs for him to put that on is nothing. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's like tenner.
yeah.
Stupid money. And I'm not on about like the exchange. I'm on about the money he has is. This insane.
Well, this is how much. So in that interview, he then later goes on to ask, because the Riyadh season is now coming outside Riyadh, which is just mind-boggling. So Riyadh season is happening in London next week or the week after. Amir Khan,
yeah,
and stuff like that. And then he's talking about some other locations for Riyadh season, and they hinted that there's going to be a Riyadh season boxing event in Times Square in New York.
Controversial.
And he's just going like, yeah, we'll put a boxing ring in the middle of Times Square. And you're like, how is that impossible?
Hey, they would do it 100%.
100% they'll do it. This is so much funny. But he's now my new favorite person on the planet. He just didn't give a
Turk and
shit.
Sheik.
Turk, he is the man. Like, he is the absolute man. Anything you want, he's up where he can get you.
I know. That's, you don't know. Like I can say to my man, like surely you can connect me with him somewhere. Like
yeah,
surely
he needs comedy clubs out there. He wants the biggest and best.
Hey, no. Imagine like I grew up in Saudi. Like, imagine that. Like imagine that for a wholesome story. You know,
like the story.
Learn my craft in Ireland. I'm back to Saudi, fully ready to do comedy. Like you know what I mean.
Love you to go over there, and then boys would be like, "Dalal, tell us more about the Roan." And just loving it, just absolutely loving it.
I know, it'd be class. I'm a universal act.
It's so good. So right, let's talk about our main card then before we wrap up the podcast. Better Bay versus Bivol. I mean,
give us it again.
Absolute studs. Studs, like
give us it
absolutely jacked Yeah, give us a third one. Give us the third.
You know something? Usually them big super fights are a letdown, but them two guys box like they're not afraid to take a punch. I actually thought Bivol broke his hand.
Did you?
Yeah, at the start, but they obviously didn't. But the skill levels they have, and you see even the chins that they have, and like the conditioning those guys must be in is absolutely insane.
I actually need to do myself a favor and go back and watch them boys finish other people, because then it's more impressive. Because them punches they were landing last night put away 99% of boxers on the planet.
Like Bivol school Canelo Alvarez,
which is mental.
I took him to school. Like,
yeah.
To be fair, Canelo did go up a big jump on weight, like, but still, like, Bivol destroyed him.
Yeah,
absolutely just destroyed him. And like Canelo's one of the best ever. Here, insane.
We're definitely getting that fight again.
Yes, and talking about boxing, Saturday night, can't wait.
Oh yes, the boys
are out. Boys are out.
I actually cannot wait for this. Right, so the big card on in Belfast this week. Our main fights we're looking at Tommy McCarthy's fighting. That's our boy. Hope Tommy gets the win on the night. And we've got Crocker fighting Donovan. The promo that Matchroom have put together for this has been unbelievable. I'm watching face-offs. Donovan's giving it the big talk on, I don't think you're on my level, yeah? I just think there's different levels between me and you, and you're not ready at this time, and I'm the best boxer in the country. Crocker's just... And do you know what I like about Crocker now? I think he's learned from the McKenna fight. He's learned from our things, not to try and get all angst, try and play up it. Nice and cool, nice and calm, just going, look, you can box here's with me all you want. All I need to do is get my one punch on you, and you're going to sleep. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's like Deontay Wilder, right? As shit as he was, right? Though I absolutely love Deontay Wilder because he was such a good puncher. He said the coolest thing ever, like coming to boxing. He's like, to beat me, you have to be perfect for 12 rounds. I need to be perfect for 1 second. I'm like, that's class.
He's basically quoting the Ra about when they went.
I only need to be lucky once. I know. I know.
Stone cold, but yeah, can't wait. All the Limerick boys will be up, which will be tasty. Shall we say?
Fun. All I know is I'm glad I'm going with a seasoned boxer like yourself, Sean. If it all kicks off,
I think I'm gonna wear glasses and some sort of disguise just so I don't get tortured the whole time. You know what it's like yourself. Like, so yeah, all the stores will be there. Matchroom back in Belfast, which means big production, big fights happening. I think their shit is pretty much sold out as well. So
here, I might go dressed. Like if I wore the full outfit, the full Saturday outfit with sunglasses, would you know?
You wouldn't have a clue. Like flip-flops is key to this, by the way. Flip-flops is key.
Flip-flops is key. It's
sandals. Sorry,
sandals. Actually, Sean. That was you, was it? Was that you?
Crocs or whatever you're comfortable in. Anyway,
but I definitely think I was actually toying with the idea of going, because like I might just bring like a bag, like an empty bag with me, and then when I get too warm, just take it off and be in my own clothes, like. But I actually think I could blag my way in.
Oh, 100%.
To ringside.
See if we wore suits. Say I wore a suit with you, or two. You need two in suits, sunglasses, looking the part, and you in the full gown. We get in anywhere. Absolutely anywhere.
You need dropped off in like a fancy enough car. A friend of mine has a Range Rover. Told him around here, just drops off right inside the front door.
Imagine coming up to like the bar at the SSE and rolling down the window, and you're just in the full dress, the whole headgear and everything. Your mom would be like, "What the fuck?
I know.
Who is this?"
Like, I'd be like, Turk El Sheikh. No, that'd be unreal. Imagine me getting brought on. You know what? I was actually.
Oh, by the way, this is definitely a crime to impersonate one of these sheikhs. Like,
if you done it, yeah. But for me, it's not culture appropriation. It's just me just
no. But if you could, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you did it and you're like, oh no, he's Sheikh. Like, say what you said, you're Sheikh Mansour. Like, that would be bad. You can't do that.
No, I'll probably give myself like, because there is like royals who have like Talal in their name, so I'll be like Talal bin Moy or something, or Talal bin Tyrone or something.
Talal bin Canavan.
Yeah, something like that.
Imagine you in there with it all on and being like going up to the wee concession stand getting like Carlsbergs and all, a Heineken.
I know. Yeah.
Card declines and all. Well,
Oh, I'll
lad,
be
you take
later.
cash.
Revolut.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, I've been thinking about it going, that'll be lethal. Because somebody out there would go, fuck, I wonder is he over from Riyadh? Riyadh season.
Unbelievable. Oh, he's a massive Lewis Carter fan. I'll do all the talking for you. You don't have to say a word all night.
Because I also have the full long white
yeah.
dressing, but if I had the full long white dressing with the cloak, tea towel.
Every time
you need
someone looks over
sunglasses.
at you, you need sunglasses. I just like, he's freezing, so he is. He's fucking freezing.
Right. You know what? I'll leave it with me. I'll see.
Have a think about it. Tune back in next week to Talal.
Find out.
Was rogue.
And either that or get beat up by some racists going, get the fuck out of our country.
Yeah. Or else they'll be like, be like, he's got a bomb. Fuck's it. Just the empty school bag's a bad luck.
Never even thought about that. Right.
We'll wrap it up there, guys. Thanks very much for listening. If you're on Spotify, review. Everyone else, like on YouTube, and get your tickets for anything coming up on Belfast Comedy Club. Talal, anything to promote?
Yes, my solo show. It's coming along nicely. So, 20th of March. See you there.
See you then.
Good time.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Oh, just let me. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome in my.